Welcome back to the channel. I have not made a YouTube video in a very long time at this point. I've just been doing a whole lot of other things. I really got back into skateboarding recently, so that's pretty much taken up all of my free time, as well as it's been kind of crazy weather in Denver, so we haven't gotten up to the mountains much. But for those of you that follow me on Instagram and whatnot, you'll know that I bought some new axles for the 3rd Gen 4Runner. I got some 1-ton axles out of an 05 Super Duty. I picked these up from a guy on Facebook Marketplace, front and rear axle, almost fully assembled. They were definitely sitting on a pallet out in a field for God knows how long. But yeah, these are hopefully going in the 3rd Gen end of this year sometime. I don't know, it could be sooner than that. If we don't get into it here in the next couple months, it'll definitely be at the end of this year. I'll start cutting the 3rd Gen up and starting the solid axle swap, which is super exciting. I've wanted to do that for the last few years, and after getting rid of the 1st Gen, I lost a little bit of motivation with going wheeling and doing all that stuff. But yeah, we're getting back to it, and I'm super excited to start another project. I was putting a ton of effort into doing YouTube for the better half of 2 years. It's just a lot of time and energy. I was spending all of my free time during the week working in the garage, editing, all of my weekends going out and trying to film videos on trails or working on the truck in the garage. And it's just been really nice the last couple months to take a break and kind of get back to regular life. But that doesn't mean that I haven't been working on stuff. I've been doing a ton of work on the Sportster and kind of tinkering with the 3rd Gen here and there. And then yeah, obviously in the process we picked these axles up. So I'll kind of briefly go over the plan for the build, and then I'm gonna go ahead and basically just make a quick video of all of the efforts it took to get them cleaned up and get them to this point. And then I have a little bit more work to do on them still, so I'll go ahead and get into that here in a little bit. I'll go ahead and talk about the plans for the build real quick. All right, so anyways, like I was saying, these are 1-ton axles out of an 05 Super Duty. The rear is a 10.5 Sterling, and then the front's just Dana 60. I have almost the full assembly for both axles, front and rear. But like I said, they sat for a while, so hubs, rotors, knuckles, all that stuff was covered in quite a bit of like surface rust. So I've been spending a ton of time getting these things cleaned up with a wire wheel, angle grinder, sawzall, plasma torch, you name it. It took me 4 or 5 hours to clean all the factory brackets off of these things. The rear, we cut off the leaf spring brackets. The front, we took off the trailing arm brackets, and then all of the like shock mounts and all that stuff. So as they sit right now, they're pretty much cleaned up, but the plan for the 3rd Gen is to cut everything off. We're gonna do Chevy 63s in the rear, and we're gonna try to do a 3-link in the front. And then after I sell all the parts, IFS stuff off of the truck, that should pay for a decent chunk of getting these axles built. I picked up this rear carrier off Marketplace from a buddy for $100. It's a rear e-locker out of like a 2011 and up Super Duty, I believe. So hopefully that thing works out. If not, we'll just go ahead and replace it here in the future. The front, I'll probably get an ARB locker, and I already have the compressor from the truck, so we'll be able to make all that stuff work. I do prefer having selectable lockers. The goal is to be able to have this thing driving on the road still. I don't have a trailer. Now that I have the Tundra, that might be a good investment here in the next year or two. Yeah, that's the rough plan. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty basic compared to what most people do when they're doing a solid axle swap on their 3rd Gen 4Runners or whatever vehicle. Leaf spring in the rear just prevents me from having to cut into the truck and mount coilovers. I would have to basically cut out the wheel wells and mount shock towers in where my storage is, and I just want to avoid doing that. Leaf springs are cheap, they're easy to install, they're cheap to replace, and then probably some Bilsteins or something along those lines for shocks. And then yeah, the front coilover is obviously a little bit more expensive. But the most exciting part is that DTA Fabrication out of California, he's going to basically provide me with all of the fabrication parts I need for this build, meaning trusses, axle brackets, links, frame plates, all of the stuff needed to make these axles work on my truck. So that's super exciting. It's a big weight off my shoulders as far as sourcing all that stuff or trying to build it on my own. So big shout out to DTA Fabrication. But yeah, super excited about that. Anyways, for this video, I just wanted to touch base on what I've been working on and what the plans are here in the near future. I'm definitely not done making YouTube videos. I'll go ahead and show you guys all of the work that I've done to get them to this point, and then clean them up a little bit more, and then they'll be sitting here ready for parts. All right, we got some new flap discs. Both of the axles are almost there. I think one more solid night of wire wheeling and angle grinding and these things will be all cleaned up. Getting back to it for today, start cleaning up the knuckles a little bit, do a little bit of welding. Videos that I've watched recommend to weld all of the joints from the tube to the diff housing so you don't spin the tubes. They recommend to heat them up between like 300 to 500 degrees because these are cast iron. It's pretty difficult to get a good penetration with your weld into cast. So I need to clean up these joints a little bit, try to heat them up, get those welded, and then I went a little bit crazy with the acetylene torch and it blew through the tube in a couple spots, and so I need to weld those closed and get that all cleaned up, and then from there we're just going to have some really pretty axles sitting on the side of the garage waiting for parts. This is what I was talking about with the acetylene torch. I blew a couple holes in the axle tube, so fill these in, clean them up, and then we'll be good to go. So all the cast still has paint on it. I'm wire wheeling until we can get to something more like that. All right, rear axle tubes are all welded and not too bad. Not my best welds, not my worst. Front axle's all cleaned up. I just wire wheeled all of the joints so they're nice and clean. This is some more of the ugly mess that I was talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the welder, fill all this junk in. I think I'm gonna wait to weld this seam based on fitting the truss. I don't wanna mess with this side too much because I know where the truss lays. Might be a little bit different than how much of this sleeve that I've removed. So I would hate to weld it in and have to remove more or something like that. So we'll wait for this side. For the time being, we're gonna go ahead and weld this one up. And then I think I'm gonna call it a night. And then, yeah, we'll just be waiting for parts.